Okay, great and glorious Nick Dutch, professional tarot reader, long-standing, talking again about tarot because it is fun, it's what I do for a living, and it's a great form of artistic expression in its own right. And I also want you to get excited about tarot because it's just fun, it's just weird. I mean, sometimes you can get tarot decks which are there to convey a pictorial message associated with a particular spirituality. Yes, that's true. Sometimes it's more to do with storytelling, like with the Merlin Tarot, which I think is much more of the development of a story and development of characters. Sometimes it could even, tap into popular culture in other ways. And sometimes it's just kitsch fun. What I've got here is the Alchemy 1977 Tarot. Okay, I don't understand much about Alchemy 1977. Okay, but I know they make all kinds of cool, fun things from. Yeah. Please forgive me. The cat scratched me, so I've got a scratch on my hand. Anyway, Alchemy 1977 does all kinds of things such as gothic supplies, T-shirts, cups, chalices, jewelry, that kind of thing. I know that, and I know they've been going for a while because one of the cards in this deck I seen as an image on a poster in a friend's bedroom when I was about 16. I'm now 43, so they've obviously been going quite a while. But let's just have a look and see, just because it's fun. This is like a form of conceptual art. By way of expression, as you can see, it's a bit gothic, it's a bit heavy metal, it's a bit fairy tale, and it can be a bit weird. That's what they do. The feeling you get from this is rather brash, it's rather in your face, and to be honest, I think it's rather adolescent. I mean, it's not a very grown-up type of art. But on the other hand, I got it because of that. I got it because it was going to be fun, it was going to be gothic, it was going to be a bit vampire-y and a bit over the top and a bit stupid. And that's it's a form of conceptual art. Okay, in this particular case, we've got the kind of images associated with fantasy, with vaguely folklore-esque stuff, and it's just very fun. I mean, that one's more your sort of like myth and magic type images, pretty crass, but a good giggle. I mean, you can't really use this tarot deck for meditation, contemplation, or spiritual purposes. You can't really use it for religious purposes unless you are heavily into getting your spirituality and all the rest of that from, bad quality movies. I mean, I don't know whether you decided to watch the ghastly movie Nude Nuns with Big Guns, I think it was called. That was, I mean, this kind of tarot deck would work very well. Whoops, that one's upside down. I'm being stupid again. This tarot deck would work very well in that kind of environment because it's got that kind of heavy metal look to it. I get the feeling in using this tarot deck I should have like really long black hair that's been slightly greasy and doesn't look all that good, and a leather jacket with studs on it. I think that would probably express what's the kind of person who would like to be associated with this quality of imagery. It's fun, but it's also stupid. That's the image I was talking about that I saw in a poster in a friend's bedroom. So this one's, this is like not a new style. It does look rather Iron Maiden-esque though, doesn't it? And that's part of its fun. Uh, okay, well, if that's what gives you pleasure, darling, go for it. Oh, look, and she's doing it with a bony serpent, and she's got a tail on her as well. But I'm pretty sure she's going to catch a death of cold dressed like that. So, put a jumper on, darling. Okay. Now, I couldn't imagine myself taking this tarot deck to pretty much any event as a reader. I don't think I could do that. It's just, unless it was, another one of those crappy Halloween party type events, and I was called to be more of a theatrical entertainer rather than a actual out and out therapy type person, which is what I really am. I mean, this is supposed to be the Hermit card. It's got no connection to tradition at all. You got a little imp sitting on a bottle of poison with a quill, and he's got no lamp, he's got no cloak, he's got no staff. I suppose you could perceive, I suppose, the quill as being a replacement for the staff, but it has a certain menacing fantasy energy to it. I mean, when we're using the word energy, what we're talking about here is the feeling it gives you, the emotions it gives you, the characters, the personalities, the feeling that it's giving. A very different type of tarot deck, and great fun, but seriously, like, not really a tarot deck. I mean, you use it as a game playing deck. I mean, it would be good if you did like the live roleplay thing and you wanted to have some cool cards to play poker with. You probably want to take this deck with you. I mean, the minor arcanas aren't all that much to write home about apart from the court cards. Yeah, I mean, that one's looking quite fun in its own sort of like menacing, cartoony kind of a way. But like, what the hell? I mean, this one here, the Hanged Man. It's a mummy, right? It's a mummification of a human body, portrayed as a hanged man. Makes a lot more sense the right way up, actually. Whatever. But I suppose what I should do is take, you know, the same card from each deck and do a comparison of the images, because the feeling that the art gives you is what is the energies of the card, if you know what I mean. It's the feeling, it's the way in which that expresses a character, a personality, a drama, or whatever, and how that could then symbolically or mystically be connected to someone's life story and their question, which is what makes it important, and therefore something that can be used within a contemplative reading. Okay, that's what it's all about. Let's get these freaking cards all tidied up nicely. There we go, another lady who really should cover up her shoulders and her back a bit more, because, like, damn. But on the other hand, that might get in the way of her wings, and that could be a bit difficult when going on to flight and that sort of fun thing. No, using a vampire image. I mean, a lot of the, you know, the framing of the card itself has that thing which would go very well with a gothic vampire type movie. It goes with that kind of like fantasy heavy metal thing. But nothing that we could use spiritually, religiously, or all that much. One thing I find is when I get a new pack of tarot cards, if I open it before I go to my Pilates class, I'm thinking about the imagery throughout the whole class. I'm thinking about how it's affecting me during my Pilates class. And that gives me more of a feeling as to what the tarot deck could be used for. But I didn't get much from this, apart from kind of like, it's a very in-your-face kind of, yeah, I'm here, I'm hard, even though it's not. You know, it's got this like masquerade quality to it, this sense of pseudo fear, this sense of pseudo anger, this sense of pseudo strength, when essentially it's not real. You know, it doesn't have a genuine message or a genuine purpose, really. But it's a fun ball. And tarot decks can be like that. They are conceptual art sometimes. Not specifically religious, not specifically spiritual, not specifically divinatory, but just concept art. And that's what's, you know, whoops, what have I done there? Stupid little fucker I am. Okay, and that's what, you know, can really make it. It's just really, you know, it's enjoyable. This one I thought was actually quite good. Okay? It's the World card. Alright, but it's like a yin-yang between life and death dancing, or the forces of light and darkness, so that was quite a laugh. Yeah, the cat's under my armpit now meowing at me, so I'm going to have to feed him shortly. Shall we get a bit of internet pussy time sorted out for you guys? Shall we have a bit of internet pussy time? Have a little bit of internet pussy time, yes. Meow. We're on the internet, pussycat. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Moo. Yes. Get my cards all covered in fleas and fur. Okay, well that's Nick Dutch out for the moment. Meow. Just a little bit more internet pussy time. Yes. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Go on, cat, settle down. The audience wants to see you. Come on, let's have a look at your face. Come on, smile at everybody. There we go. That's what everyone really wanted to see. They didn't want to see my cards, did they? No, they wanted to see you, and you're the star of the show, aren't you? Yes, you are. Wow. Ow. Wow. You cuddly pussycat. Okay, speak to you again soon.